Good evening, guys. How you doing? Are we? Hang on. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. It's loading, and we're live. Hello. How you doing? Thanks for joining me again on Friday night. Hope you've all been well. Hope you're all doing well. So, what have you all been up to? Huh? Been another week in isolation. What's that? It's dirty nice. Oh, hope you can hear that. I did promise you last week that I'd let you know, let you listen to a bit of my old band that I used to be in back in the day. Hope you can hear that. If not, just send me a message and I'll turn the volume up for you, or for me. Uh, like every week, I'm just going to quickly run through again at the start with some phone numbers, some very important phone numbers, as I do each week, as I said. First one again, Lifeline. If you or anyone you know is struggling, please, don't, again, as I say each and every week, please don't struggle on your own. Reach out. And again, times like this, with everything that's going on, unfortunately, the suicide rate will go up, unfortunately. So we need to, again, that's another reason why we need to look out for each other and reach out to each other in times like this. Not just times like this, every time, every day, okay? So we'll run through some phone numbers. So we've got Lifeline again, that very important number of Lifeline, 13 11 14. Extremely important number, guys. So if you do know of anyone who is struggling, or if you're struggling yourself, 13 11 14. And as I've mentioned previously, the text number, again, people that get a bit of fear of talking on the phone, or any sort of just a bit of social anxiety or anything like that, that they don't feel comfortable talking to people on the phone. Sorry, on the phone. The text number, 0477 1311 14. That number again, 0477 1311 14. Now that number again is open from 6 p.m. till midnight. But as I said last week, if it gets to 12:01 or 12:30, you haven't missed out. Please send that text through, and someone will get back to you. Okay, so that's a very important number, guys. Okay. So what else have we got here? I've printed it out this week, and it's a bit different. So I've got a lot to sort of get through, but I'll try and get through as quick as I can with them. So again, we've got Beyond Blue. Okay, and they have online counselling services. Right, so if you are struggling, and again, you don't like the phone, you don't like the text, if you'd like to speak to someone, they can have online counselling sessions where we could be like this, you in your lounge room, them in theirs, or wherever they work from. So just get on to www.beyondblue.org.au. This is a great song, by the way. So yeah, again, Beyond Blue, fantastic crew there. They'll look after you. Okay, they'll help you. What else do we have? We've got the kids helpline. Remember about the kids. The kids are going through this as well. It's not just us as adults. So the kids are struggling as well with all this. Well, probably not at the moment because they're on holidays, but with all the homeschooling and things like that. A very important number here. 1-800 55 1800. That's a kids helpline. They've got web chats 24 hours a day. So, give them a call. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, they're there for you, for the kids, okay? So if you see the kids are struggling, and kids are pretty smart, kids are pretty good at hiding things. Some are better than others, of course, but, they will be struggling, especially in a time like this. Being isolated from their friends and not being able to see their friends and things like that. So, we've got to remember the kids as well. What else do we have? I've got a new one here. Going back to the suicide part of things. It's a suicide callback service. And their number is 1300 659 467. Sorry, just got to make sure I get that. 1300 659 467. Now you can have online chats, basically just typing in, or you can actually have a video chat with them like we're doing right now. And they're 24/7 as well. So anytime, I'll go for that number again, 1300 659 467. Hi everyone who's joined me so far. Hey Ria, hey Jason, hey Uncle Tim, and hey Michelle. And remember guys, keep your comments coming through, because remember I'm doing this, we're doing this with each other, and this is basically for you to give you guys an opportunity to have a conversation, have a chat, anything that's on your mind, shoot it through. Hey Shani, how you doing? I'm going to try and keep up as much as I can tonight. So we've done Kids Helpline, we've done Lifeline, we've done Suicide Callback Service, and we've done Beyond Blue. What else have we got? What else do we have here? These ones are all apps. Ooh, okay, don't worry about him. These ones are all apps. I might run through them a bit later. What else? What other phone numbers do we have from last week? Sorry, just go back to my notes from last week. Okay, the domestic violence hotline. Again, that's something else that's going to be, unfortunately, be increased at the moment with everything that's going on, everyone being at home on top of each other. Damo, how you going, champion? Hey, Marianne. Hello, Mum. How you going? Thanks for joining me tonight. Hope you all like this new page too. Set that up last night, and I really appreciate all of you jumping on that. Within hasn't even been 24 hours yet, and I've already got 80 likes. So that's a thumbs up to every single one of you that have done that. And I've made it public so that you can actually share it with everyone. Let's try and get this message of togetherness and being able to talk about mental health. There's not many of these forums online where you can actually come on and talk about mental health. And that's unfortunately that's the stigma that's around mental health. If people have mental health, it's we better keep them at an arm's distance. No, okay. I suffer from mental health, but it's not who I am. Okay, it doesn't define me. It's just a smidgen of who I am. Okay, and if you're struggling with it as well, it's not who you are. So please don't let it define you. Okay, it's just a smidgen, a part of you. That's all. Okay, so this is why I'm doing this, is to be able to break that stigma down. Okay, because it's not all. My mental health is not all of who I am. Okay, I am much more than that, and so are you. Okay, don't ever forget that. Okay, let's quickly get back to these lines. So domestic violence. The domestic violence hotline, 1-800. I forgot again to get the number for you guys, but again, just type it out. 1-800-RESPECT. Okay, one of these days I will get the actual number down. I could probably look at my phone, but yeah, I'll do that. I might do that later. Okay, but yeah, 1-800-RESPECT, and that's your domestic hotline number. And again, as I said last week, it's not just domestic violence and domestic abuse. There's financial abuse, there's emotional abuse, there's verbal abuse. What else did I write down here? And of course the physical abuse. But yeah, it's not all about physical abuse. If you're copying, verbal abuse or any of those abuses that I just said, that all falls under that bracket. Okay, and unfortunately, times like this, because we're all on top of each other, those things could rear their ugly head. So again, they're those numbers that we need to really take seriously. So again, 1-800-RESPECT. If you're suffering from that, or of anyone that is suffering from it, please call that hotline. They will help you. Okay. Headspace for young people between 12 and 25. They've got another online service. That phone number is 1-800-650-890, and their website is www.headspace.org.au. So they're a great organisation. I know that there's a couple up here on the Central Coast. I know that there's plenty in Sydney and everywhere else around Australia. So please, if you're a teenager at home, if you do have teenagers at home, or a teenager that's struggling, I know a few, please, and again, I can't stress this enough, it's not weak to ask for help. Okay, it's not any form of weakness to ask for help, okay? It's actually strength. It takes pure strength to put your hand up and say, you know what, I am struggling a bit. I can't deal with these things anymore of being a teenager. And, as we all know, we've been there before. We know how hard it is to be a teenager and all the things that go along with that. But especially this day and age with, all the social media and, kids just can't escape it. All the pressures that, that we, back in my day, we could escape. Once school was finished, that was it. It's not the same anymore. So, it's 24/7. So again, if kids are struggling, please, guys, there's that Headspace, 1-800-650-890 or www.headspace.org.au. They're great people. On the kids helpline. And again, of course, Gotcha for Life. I just want to keep plugging Gotcha for Life because they are fantastic. They do great things in men's mental health and women's mental health. They've now, as I was telling you last week, they're unable to get out and do their normal thing like they used to do. They'd hold their workshops in halls or community centres or things like that. Of course, with all the social distancing and all that sort of stuff going on at the moment, they're unable to do that. But they've adapted, like we're all adapting right now. They're actually providing their workshops, their Tomorrow Men and Tomorrow Women, online now. They're going through Zoom. So if you want to get onto their website, www.gotchaforlife.org. I think they're doing at least 2 workshops a week. They were free. I'm not sure if they're still free, but they're not very expensive if they are charging. I think they might still be free, fingers crossed. But yeah, you've got to be quick because it's online and they go through Zoom. Of course, they can't have 100 people or whatever they used to have. So the numbers are limited. So if you do, just keep checking their website and, they will send out events and things like that. So keep an eye out for that. And it's a fantastic one. I've tried to actually get onto a couple of them this week and they've all just sold out like that. So I've asked, I'm on their mailing list now. So the next one that comes up, I'm straight on it just to give it a crack and see what it's like. And once I do get on it, I'll relay it back to you guys and tell you how it went, and hopefully you guys can get on there and have a look. But yeah, it's basically what we're doing right here now, except you're just looking at my ugly mug. But on Zoom, of course, you've got everyone's face and everything like that, and you get to have a really good chat with everyone, and everyone gets to have a talk. And if you don't want to talk, you don't talk. You can just be there to listen. So yeah, it's I really enjoy it. Oh, hang on again. I'm not scrolling. Sorry, guys. Hey, Steph. Thank you very much for joining, Steph. Chris, my cousin. How are you, champion? How are you, buddy? Thanks for joining, mate. Hello, Tiana. Damo again. Jason. Smitty, how you going, champion? That's all right, mate. You're late. That's all good, buddy. It's all good, mate. You're here. That's all that matters, buddy. You're here. Michael D. How you going, Death Boy? And Amelia's going to come up soon for a little bit of hopefully we can get a bit of a chat out of her and maybe see her face this week. We'll see. I can't promise you that, but she is going to come up and join us later because she needs to help me do these comments. Hey, Kirsty and Jay. Beautiful friends. How you doing, guys? Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Okay, so I've run through all the phone numbers and all that. All right, so the first week the first video I did 2-3 weeks ago was all about togetherness. And as I said, the whole point of this is togetherness. Last week was about hope. I hope I brought you some hope, and I hope that you're finding hope in everything that we're going through right now, because like I said, we need to have hope. We need to have something to look forward to with everything that's going on, because remember, this is not going to go on forever, okay? Eventually they are going to let us out and let us free again, and the parties that we're going to have, my God. So yeah, hold on to hope, okay? Because we're pretty confident we're getting on top of this. Compared to other countries, we're doing really, really well. We got on top of this really quick, and we have had deaths, unfortunately, in this country, but nothing like every other country. You know what I mean? So I think we're all doing a great job with this isolation and the social distancing. So we're doing our part. So I thank everyone who's out there who's doing your part, because this is the only way we're going to get over this is by doing what we're told. I know that we don't like doing what we're told most of the time, but it's working. It seems to be working. Okay, that curve is starting to flatten out. So we're almost there, I reckon, but don't get complacent. Still keep doing what they're telling us to do because it's working. So there's no point thinking, oh yeah, sweet, it's all good now, let's just go out and party. Nah, because then we're going to be back to square one. All right, so let's just keep doing what we're doing. And even when they tell us we can go out, I reckon we should still just be a bit cautious, give it a bit of time. But when the time's right, guys, we're going to party hard like we used to, okay? And we're going to be able to see everyone like we used to and hug everyone. You know, I miss giving hugs. I'm a hugger. I love giving people hugs. So yeah, that was last week. This week, it's about. I want to talk about appreciation. That was the name that I named this video tonight. It was about appreciation. I don't know about you, but with everything that's gone on in the last few weeks, yeah, the first few weeks was really hard. You know, being in isolation and being away from everybody, but it's sort of given me a new. I don't know if it's a new lease on life, but it's given me an appreciation for everything that I have in life. Maybe we were all a bit complacent before this happened, and we were taking things for granted. And it has been a bit tough, Emery. It is tough, okay. But I think I don't know. Again, I don't know if it's just me. I hope it's not. But I'm really starting to have a real appreciation for the things that I have in life, you know, and my family, my beautiful family, is getting to spend more time with them. Reaching out to people that, you know, oh, what was that? What was that? We'll edit that out later. Yeah. Where was I? Appreciation. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's really given me a bit more of a, you know, I'm just appreciating things a lot more. I'm not taking things for granted anymore, because as we've seen in the last few weeks or months, things can be taken away from us like that in a flash. So if this is, I like to think, you know, there's good in everything, and you know, I'm a huge, you know, believer that nothing is random, nothing happens for nothing, everything happens for a reason. I mean, just for instance, I saw something on Facebook the other day in India. They had a photo of India, and for the first time in God knows how long, they can actually see the Himalayas and stuff. They can see the mountains, and they can see the snow caps, you know, because of less pollution and, you know, less people being out polluting the world. And it's almost like, you know, I hate to say this, and I really, you know, if this offends anyone, I really apologise. But it's almost like we needed to go through something like this for the world, the earth, to sort of get its time back, if that makes any sense. You know, like we as humans we've done some damage. Let's be honest. We've done some damage to this beautiful earth that we live on. But this time, all of us being inside and not being out, you know, driving around all the time and, you know, putting excess pollution into the world's become beautiful again. Not that it wasn't, but I'm really starting to see, and I don't know about you guys either, up here at the Central Coast, I'm starting to see more birds. There's more butterflies. I'm seeing so many more butterflies and just beautiful things. Yeah, exactly, Damien. God has pressed the reset button. I honestly believe that, man. Like, there has to be some good that's come out of this, right? Because this is terrible what's going on to the world right now. It hasn't happened. Something like this hasn't happened in over 100 years. Jay Halls just sent me a message. Gratitude, brother. Gratitude, man. We need to get an attitude for gratitude. Right? My uncle taught me that. He taught me that saying, and we do. It's definitely right. Thank you, Jay, for sending that through. We need to get an attitude for gratitude. You know, we need to be, you know, this. We all live here. You know, we all live on this earth. Amelia's here. I'll just keep talking about what I'm saying for now, and then Amelia can come back in a second. But yeah, we all sort of need to get that gratitude for where we live and what we do, you know, and the world that we live in, you know, because it can be taken away from us, you know. And, you know, for all those people that have lost loved ones and things like that, I mean, you know, there you go, it can be taken away. I'm not going to compare it to what's happened now, but my father passed away 19 years ago, you know, and that happened very quickly. He died of cancer. And growing up, I just always, you know, I mean, you know, as dads do, I'll be here forever, mate. You know, I'm not going anywhere, you know. And I had him only for 19 years, and then he was gone. So, you know, you know, and again, those 19 years, I took it for granted that he'd be here forever, you know. And then when he was taken away from me, it was very hard. It took me a long time to get over that, you know. And things like this have sort of put life into perspective for me, you know. Do you want to control that? Just make sure if the comments go up and down. Do you want to come in and say hello? Just quickly come in and say hello. Let everyone see your beautiful face. Come on, just say hello quickly. Say wave. So yeah. So you did the same with your dad, Anne-Marie. Oh, look, you know, and we're all guilty of something like that. You know what I mean? Taking things for granted. So I think we just need to. This time has really helped me sit back and assess my life. This music isn't too loud, is it?
No.
No? Sweet. Oh, look, Mama said hello.
Hi.
Yeah, so I think we really got to take this time to just appreciate, you know, our families and our things in life that we have, you know, and not take anything for granted anymore. You know, and that's the one thing I really want to take away from once this is all over and we are, you know, let out of our cages, that, you know, we don't go back to the same way that we were. As I say, this has happened for a reason, okay? There has to be a reason for this. And I think that...
oh my God.
I think that's what we all need to take out of that. That, you know, things can be taken away so fast, and we just need to really appreciate what we have and not take it for granted, you know. So yeah, you know, that's what I really wanted to get through tonight, was about appreciation for what you have, and, you know, and those loved ones, those friends, you know, that we have, those people in our lives that make our life that little bit better. You know, I think we need to appreciate them all more than what we did in the past. I mean, I think I've been guilty of it, taking people and things for granted in the past. This has really opened my eyes to that. So I'm going to make a pledge right now that from this moment forward, I will have an attitude for gratitude. You know, be thankful for everything that I have and everything that God has given me. Okay, you will. Good. Vixna, appreciate that. Thank you very much. So yeah, please do that. Okay, let's not take things for granted anymore. Okay, let's, you know, reach out. That's why we keep saying, reach out to those people that you haven't spoken to in a while. Make that effort. And even if you have spoken to them maybe last week, so what? Reach out. Make that little bit of extra effort, because as I said, Anne-Marie, I appreciate my mother so much more now that I can't see her on the coast. There you go. You know, because of this I miss my mum so much, and I'll be honest, you know, in past I have taken that for advantage of, and I haven't, you know, paid enough attention in the past to my family members. And, you know, we make an effort now to at least, you know, if we can do it a couple of times a week, but if not, at least on a Sunday, we all get on FaceTime and we all FaceTime each other at once. You know, and that just, you know, and we just basically laugh the whole time. We're putting filters on our face and carrying on. You probably seen some photos on my page. But yeah, Damo, attitude for gratitude, man, beautiful. Let's get that hashtag going around, eh? Everyone put that hashtag on. I love it. Hello, Mrs. Smith. How you doing? Love you too, Damo. Love you, brother. Sorry I couldn't get you on here yet, man. I just, you know, I'll talk about that later on, because I have got another theory that we could possibly do that. We'll talk about that later. Make sure you remind me about that. Okay? Remind me about talking about getting other people on later.
Yeah.
Maybe take a note down. Will you, my note taker?
Yes.
Do you want to go and grab a pen for me? Oh, it's taken, what, 18, 20 minutes. Cheers, guys. Hope you're all drinking and having fun tonight and just sitting back and kicking back. So cheers, everyone. So, yeah, appreciation. Do it. What else did I want to talk about tonight? If you guys have got anything that you guys want to talk about, Stephanie, I think tonight we can surely say we appreciate. Oh, thanks, Steph. Again, I really appreciate that. I really do. But again, I'm not doing. I hope you all know that I'm not doing this for any sort of, any personal gain or to do it for myself. I'm doing it because of who I am and my love for helping people. And that's why I do this, and I just like to help people. I've had so many phone calls over the last few weeks of people saying, thank you so much for doing what you're doing, Ryan. You're doing such a great job, and you're making me feel comfortable talking about things, and that's why I'm doing it. Okay, for you guys to get this conversation started, to break down that stigma of social mental Leo that that stigma around mental health has got to be broken, guys. It's back in the day it was, oh, he's got mental illness, oh, quick, keep him over to the side, he must be crazy. Again, it's just a tiny little part of you. It's not. Don't let it define who you are. I don't. I used to. I'll admit that. I used to tuck myself into a little shell, hide away from the world because I thought I wasn't good enough for the world. But I've since broken those shackles and realised that I am good enough. I am strong enough to get through this, and it's with the help of people like you that help me get through this. Okay, so I'm not doing this on my own. Please don't think I'm doing it on my own. I did it by reaching out, and that's why I'm trying to impart on you guys who are all watching this tonight and have watched all my videos to reach out. Okay, because that's the way we get through things. Again, that pressure valve. Remember, I've been talking about that last few weeks. If you keep all your anxieties and all your fears inside, you just build up all this pressure inside of you, and it's just too much. And that's why, unfortunately, people make, what's the word? Oh, I had it down. People make permanent decisions for a temporary feeling. Okay, and that's what I'm talking about, suicide. And things and other bad things like domestic violence, and all that sort of stuff. And mainly suicide because they're temporarily feeling in a bad way. That temporary feeling could last years, unfortunately for some people. But again, it's not permanent. And to make a permanent decision on a temporary feeling, once it's done, it's done. Once you've made that decision and you've left this world, it's done. Unfortunately, there's so many ways that you can ask for help and that you can receive help just by simply putting your hand up. I need help. Please help me. I can't do this on my own. And again, it's not weakness, guys. Okay? Jay Hall. Irrational decisions on short-term emotion. Dude, perfect. I'll read that again. Irrational decisions on short-term emotion. That's exactly what it is, okay? Things will get better if you want them to. And if you reach out and you want them, if you want things to change, things will. Okay, but it's up to you to make the change, okay? To be strong enough to put your hand up and say, you know what, I'm struggling. Please help me. I can't deal with this anymore. And as you can see with all these comments tonight, all the people that have joined my page and people in your life that have reached out to you and said, are you okay, mate? Are you okay, sweetheart? Do you need help? Take them up on it. Take them up on their help. And reach out for those that you know that are struggling. Those 3 little words I've been talking about, are you okay, might not mean much to you at the time, but those 3 little words could be exactly what someone needs to hear right then and there in that moment. That could possibly change their whole perspective, someone does care about me. And then that'll open the floodgates for them. And again, remember, let's try and get this right again. A problem shared is a problem halved. So again, if just by sharing your problems, you've halved the problem right there and then. Bang, you've released pressure. You've released the weight just by sharing. Like, don't be a hog, mate. Said this to you. Don't be a hog and hog all your fears and all your anxieties to yourself. Let them out. That pressure valve, if we don't release that pressure valve, will explode. And then that's when we make irrational decisions on a temporary feeling. You know what I mean? So please, guys, just, yes, Damien, it's not okay. It is okay to not be okay. Sorry, I almost really stuffed that up there, didn't I? It is okay to not be okay. It's not weak, okay? It takes guts. It takes inner strength to put your hand up and say, I'm struggling. So please, guys, spread that word. That's the word I want you to spread tonight. The appreciation thing and the spreading of it's okay not to be okay. Doesn't make you any less of a person. Doesn't make you weak, okay? I don't want people to know. I don't want to burden people. As I said a few weeks ago, you sort of do burden people when you don't open up, because anyone with any kind of empathy will know that you're lying, for one, and we can see with our own eyes and we can feel it with our heart and our soul that you are struggling, and it sort of hurts that person. Why won't they open up to me? I'm trying to, and don't get frustrated on the other side of that. Don't get frustrated, oh, why won't he talk to me? Or why won't she talk to me? I'm trying to help. Everyone needs to do it in their own time. Okay, no, you can't force someone to give out their problems and out their anxieties, but all we can do is just put our hand out. I'm not doing it to the camera yet. Put your hand out and just let them know, when you're ready, take my hand and we can get through this together. All right? So do that. Do it. Oh, people popping up everywhere. How to Facebook? Oh, oi! I checked these things so many times, Damien. We'll talk about that later. But I'm telling you, I spent maybe 3 hours yesterday trying to look at. I looked at so many YouTube videos of how to get people online with me, and they're all dated back 2017, 2016, when we could. Facebook did have it enabled to be able to bring people on. But like I said to you, dude, if you know how to do it, if anyone out there in Facebook land or anywhere knows how to get two people on a live chat on Facebook, please hit me up. I'm desperate. I'll talk about it now. The only way I've figured out how to do it, unfortunately, is not on Facebook. It's on Instagram. So if it gets to the point where, you know what, I can't figure it out, what I might get used to do, if you're up for it, if you are on Instagram or if you're not, just get onto Instagram, all right? Download the Instagram app, follow me, Ryan Tanti. Just follow me, and that way, when we do want to have those chats, it's so easy to do on Instagram. It's not funny. It's ridiculously easy. It'll take 2 seconds for anyone. I can have a chat with one person. All right, we can let that person go and get another person on. We can just be chopping and changing all night. So Instagram is the way to go right now, until I can get someone who can help me do it on this platform on Facebook. So, yeah. Or House Party. Yeah, You can't. That's only for calling. Yeah, the only thing about House Party, I've heard so many bad things about House Party, and I'm ethnic, mate, and I don't like hearing about bad things. I get scared. So, and I want to make it easy for all of you guys too. I don't want you. Look, to be honest, I did find something. My wife found something yesterday. She worked really hard on it yesterday. We found this app that we could download. It's called Blue Jeans, and we can do it through that. It's like a video conference, but then you guys would have to download it as well. I'd have to send you a code and all this other stuff. And look, it did work. We tried it out yesterday, and it did work. It was just a bit. You all know, if you've watched any of my videos, I'm not very tech savvy. And I don't want to make it difficult for you guys. I don't want to turn anyone off because of making it too difficult. But yeah, I was able to do it through another app, and then I stream through that app onto Facebook. So it's a bit difficult, but again, if everyone is interested in doing this and coming online, maybe every couple of weeks, instead of doing it every week on Instagram, maybe every 2 or 3 weeks, we could all shift from this platform over to Instagram, and we can do live chats on Instagram, and you can all still do your comments and everything like that. So that's something for us to think about. So I may let you all know how we're going with that at a certain time, but at the moment, yeah, unfortunately, Damien. But like I said, Damien or anyone else who knows how to get this happening on Facebook, please put me out of my misery and let me know how to do it. Because I'm not smart, I'm not very, So what else? What else can we talk about? What about you guys? I'm talking for half an hour now. Now, send me something. Send me a question. Send me a topic that you want me to talk about. Send a topic that you want us to talk about. Let's talk about it. Do it. Let's go. Over to you. While I get my thoughts together and stop my daughter from laughing at me. Jeez. No, you cannot have a sip. No, you're 13, mate.
Wait, what is it?
What I might do until I get someone messaging me, I did tell you last week, I did warn you last week that I know I've been playing it in the background there, but, again, appreciation. I appreciate the fact that I was in a fantastic band back in the day, and I'm going to be a bit self-indulgent here, so please bear with me. Please allow me to be self-indulgent for just a couple of minutes, maybe a few more minutes. Why am I so mean? Why? It's alcohol, man. I'm not letting a 13-year-old have.
Wait, I thought it was Coke.
No, it's not Coke.
Oh, it's just Coke. I would have loved that.
It's Jack Daniels.
I thought
To
it
be
was
precise.
Coke. My bad. It looks like Coke.
Nope. Get over it. So yeah, I have an appreciation for things that I've done in my past, and apart from my beautiful children, hang on, sorry guys, I'm just confirming a request. People are sending me friend requests. I'd like to have everyone to come on here at the moment, so I'm not going to deny anybody. Emery. So yeah, getting back to my awesome band, Michael Deeth, you're out there. James Wallace, I hope you're on. Big shout out to one of our singers, Leo, our first singer. Dude, miss you. Love to get in contact with you. We have got in contact recently, through my fault. The band sort of broke up the first time through my selfishness, and I'm big enough to admit that. I still believe that if I wasn't so selfish back then, this band would probably still be going, and who knows where we could have gone. But, that's in the past, and even he has said that. Leo and I had a bit of a falling out, and it's one of the biggest regrets I have, that, we had that falling out. But, it is what it is, and we have reconciled since then. And, dude, I love you, and I hope to one day, my dream, after all, one of the things I'm hoping for is once this is all over, that we could get the band back together. Just if not full time, just to get back in the same room as all of you, you know what I mean? And be able to just jam it out again like we used to. Creating music was, some of the best times of my life, apart from having my children and getting married to my beautiful wife. This band was, probably one of the best things I've ever done, and we made an album, we made an EP, we did so many live CDs. So I just want to play you. I was talking to you about one song last week about Change that James, our lead guitarist, written. You've hooked up on Insta, Steph? Awesome. So, all right, good. So the more people that hook up on Instagram, we'll do this in a few weeks, okay? So if you all want to get onto Instagram and follow me, Ryan Tanti, just type that in and you'll find me. I think my actual Instagram name is Ryan_Tanti81. But just type in Ryan Tanti and you'll see me. It's a picture of me and my mate Jay hugging each other and me doing these ones at Jay. So my beautiful mate Jay, love you Jay, hope you're still watching, brother. So anyway, getting back to me and my awesome band. I just wanted to play you one of these songs that really, it's called Change, and it was such that song took on a few different versions. It was a really hard one to put together. As I say, we were an original band, but it was some of these songs, like one song in particular called Selfish Little Soul, and all these songs most of these songs were written by one of my best mates, Brett Dixon. He was he's so musically minded. He is just he's such a special bloke, and and unfortunately, the dude is going through some hard times himself with his own mental health. So I know he's not on Facebook, and there's probably no way that he'll see this, but I'm going to shout out to him anyway, because hopefully someone might one day be able to show him these videos. I have told him about them, and he said he's proud of me for doing it, and hopes that one day he can check. But he's just not a social media type of person. He is just he's got a mind that doesn't work like anyone else's. He's very, he thinks outside the box, and he's just, the music he writes music, he writes poems, he writes lyrics. He's unbelievable, and I have a real appreciation for having someone like him in my life and my other bandmates, because getting together with those guys was some of the best times of my life. That band went for almost 10 years. And we just had, and my sister then came on board when Leo and I had falling out. My sister took over the lead singing roles, and she was fantastic. I don't have any music, any copies of our music with Emily, because she got a bit, oh, don't show anybody. She's so talented too, Emily. And Emily, if you are watching this, you need to start singing again, or you really do, because you just, you're awesome. You're shaking the table a lot there, sweetheart.
Sorry, I'm shaking.
So yeah, again, more appreciation. But anyway, getting back to this, I just wanted to let you hear just maybe one or two songs, if you'll indulge me to share that. So yeah, this song's called Change, and it was one of the songs that really, again, like I said, there were so many different variations of this song, but we finally found a variation of it that was just, well, speaking from my own point of view, it was my favourite song to play live. It just touched me, and it meant a lot to me. So again, please put your hands together for Dirty Nice and Change. Hope that's not too loud. If it is, tell me. Someone tell me if it's too loud. I'm probably going to air drum through it, because anyone who knows me knows I'm awful. I just love it. I just love the music. I hope you can hear this.
Oh, it all went bad. Yes, it all went down.
Talk about that.
Everything went south. It went bad when you came around.
Is that better?
With everything I had.
That's it.
Everything I had. I wasted was wasted away because each day was the same.
It just looks silly me holding up this.
This shit needs to change.
So. That better?
Turn it off.
Okay. Alright, okay. No worries. If you on that didn't work, because, well, I'll just leave it on for myself, because I love listening to it.
I love this.
So if I can somehow put that online for you guys to watch, just be careful. I will, because I really, I've got an appreciation for that song very much so. So sorry if I turned you off that, me standing there holding that thing, but again, I'll try and figure that out for you next time. Told you. Oh, thanks, Michelle. Okay, all right, sweet. I just wanted to, indulge in something, just Sorry, I put my hand up. I stuffed up. Sorry. I'll figure it out next time. Okay. Alright, so getting back to the serious stuff. Anyway. So anxiety. Let's get back to that. Let's get back to anxiety and things like that. Yeah. I've seen some good things online which I've pinched and I've written down here that I thought I would share with you. Anxiety is overthinking, and overthinking psychologically harm. Hang on. Overthinking is psychologically harmful because the mind replays negative experiences in an endless loop, which causes emotional stress. So that's very true. You know, what do you put in there, Damien? Yeah, sweet. Sorry. Don't forget the in-text reference. Yes. Okay. Oh, well. Okay. I got that from Suicide Prevention and Awareness page on Facebook. There you go. Did that. There's my Harvard referencing. That's TAFE talk. Sorry, guys. You're bumping the camera, mate. Can you stop doing that? So yeah, and it does. You know, overthinking can really, like that monkey. You're just letting the monkey, Toby. Remember Toby? That's my Toby. Can just take over. You're really bumping that table, mate.
Sorry.
Yeah, so again, that we need to learn to control Toby, or our monkey in our brain, because if we let him control, it's just you live in your head in an endless circle, an endless loop of bad thoughts and overwhelming thoughts, because we're overthinking things. Okay, and I know it's easy just to say stop doing it. But it's not, it's really not. It's very hard to be able to do it, but what it is, you need to work at it each and every day. Just need to work a little bit here and a little bit there every day. Remember, like I said to you last week, give your monkey a name, give your monkey brain a name, so that we can learn to talk to him, her, it, them, so that we can sort of learn to just simmer them down a bit, just control them just a little bit. So that we can sort of get a bit of normality back in our life. So there's that. There's that one. Here's another one. Now, can you stop? Can you just do that over there for me, please? Thank you, because you're shaking the table. People are thinking I'm drunk because I'm shaking, and I'm not drunk. It's her shaking the table.
I'm shaking in one place.
It's Amelia's drawing on the table, and it's making the table shake, which is making the camera shake. And I'm not drunk. I'm cool. I'm cool, man. I'm cool, man. Another one. This next one, I don't have an in-text reference for. It's probably, I think they all come from Suicide Prevention. So if anyone from Suicide Prevention and Awareness page is watching this, shout out to you. Thank you very much, guys, because you give me a lot of content to talk about, and I appreciate it. Stop trying to calm the storm. Calm yourself. The storm will pass. That's awesome. Okay, so that basically, the way I interpreted that is, we can't control everything that's going on around us. Okay, it's not our job to. We can't control the world. The only thing that we can control is what's going on in here. So if we can learn to control somewhat, or if we can learn to control what's going on in here, then we can better, the things on the outside won't seem to matter so much, if that makes sense. So we basically need to just learn to control what we can control and let go of the things that we can't. Okay, so that's a way that we can deal with our anxieties, instead of thinking, taking on the world's problems on our own. Just control what you can control, what's going on in here. Okay, it's how we react to things. We can't control what other people say and do. What we can do is control how we respond to what they've said or what they've done or what the world has done to us. Like right now, we could all be sitting here going, oh my God, this coronavirus, what did we do to deserve this, blah, 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 and this is so bad, which we all did for a while there. But did it get us anywhere? No. It just it made the monkey bounce even more, okay, and made him go a bit more crazy than normal. So we just need to learn to just control what we can, and what we can't, we need to just sort of try to let go of that, okay? So this is a good one. Always help someone. Like I've been saying, always try and help someone. You might be the only one that does. So don't think, oh no, he'll be right or she'll be right. Someone else will help them, because what if they're not? What if no one else is helping them? And what if that one phone call or that one text message could change their life, could change the way they're thinking about their own life? So we really, always help people, guys. That's the whole point of this, is always help as many people as possible. As I say, for me, again, more reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing here on a Friday night is because so many people in my life have helped me get to where I am today. Helped me. I mean, again, I'm not. I still deal with my own my own mental illness and my own mental health. But there are people that I still reach out to. Jay Hall, you're one of them. Hope you're still there, champion. We help each other. Damien, you help me. Everyone helps me. Everyone who's on here right now helps me. Okay. And I feel as though once you're at a stage where you have sort of got somewhat control over what's going on up here, I feel as though it's your duty and your responsibility to pay it forward, to help someone else. You know what I mean? Help someone, help other people. Jay Hall's written here. What's he written to me? Gotcha. Gotcha for life, brother. And I got all of you for life. That's what we all need, is a gotcha for life friend. You know what I mean? Someone who's got your back no matter what, and through no matter what, at no matter what time. Look, Anne-Marie, I try. Okay, again, that's why I'm doing this. You know what I mean? It's just because, again, like I said, so many people have gone out of their way in my life to help me. When there have been times where I've made it very difficult for them, and they could have just said, look, you can't help him. He's too far gone. He doesn't want help. They kept trying. They kept reaching out. So that's why, and that's why I'm here today, because of those sorts of people. Kane Harrison, you're another one if you're out there watching too. Nathan Smith, you've helped me. And I know you're struggling right now, dude. So again, reach out, brother. Reach out. And again, it's not weakness, man. It's not weakness. We're all here. We're all in this together. We're all going through this mental illness thing together. You know what I mean? And it's not weak. You need to sort of pull out. I'm going to turn this off now because it's starting to distract me, as good as it is, and them spillers can't hear it. Maybe you can hear it. Maybe you just don't want to hear it. Is that what's going on? He's just trying to give me like, yeah, that's good, Ryan, turn it off now. It's better not be. No, that's cool. If you don't like it, if you don't like it,
You can hear it.
don't like it, mate. That's fine. That's fine.
You could hear it, but it's issue.
Okay, so yeah. Just reach out, guys. That's all I'm basically rambling on about there is, see? I knew it, Anne-Marie. I knew it. I'll force it down your throat somehow one day. Don't worry. I'll force it down your throats. I really will. Believe me, I will. So yeah, again, just pay it forward. Just check on people. And again, I feel as though it is my responsibility to be here and to help people, because so many people have helped me. So that's, I'm nothing special. I'm really not. I'm just a guy who's had a lot of special people help me. So I'm just paying it forward. That's all I'm doing. I'm just trying now to give what was given to me, to give to you, for you then to take on board, and for you guys to then go and help and pay it forward to other people. And if we all do that, we can rid this world of, first, the stigma, for one, which is too powerful. The stigma around mental health is just terrible. So we really need to cut that out and stop trying to hide away from the world because, I feel different and I feel this and I feel that, and we just got to try and break that down. And just by help, and I think if we all just were to help each other, and again, formats like this where we can bring it out in the open and not feel embarrassed to talk about things, not feel uncomfortable to talk about things. Again, so guys, here we go, hang on. Jason has, one of the best quotes is, anticipation of fear is often worse than the fear itself. That's beautiful. Exactly. And that's the overthinking. That's the monkey telling us, this is going to be really bad, don't do it. don't even try and go down that thought, because if you do that, then this is going to happen, and if you do that, then this is going to happen, blah blah blah, and so on and so on and so on. It's the overthinking, that's the anxiety. But that's perfect, mate. Anticipation of fear is often worse, and it is. We all know that, because we sit there and stress about something. To be honest, I'll relate it back to this. The first video. Sorry, I had chili for dinner tonight, and chili seed just got stuck in my throat. What was I saying? Oh, that burnt me so bad. Yeah, anticipation. Yeah, so for the first week, I've been wanting to make videos like this for such a long time. But again, Toby was saying, don't do it. What, you're just going to get on there and talk to people like you know what you're talking about? People are going to think you're stupid, mate. And people are going to think, oh, listen to this bloke. Who is he? Who does he think he is, trying to tell me how to live my life and what to do? So I talked myself out of this for a long time, and it finally got to the point. And again, it was that fear of, am I going to get on and no one be there? Or will I get on and people are just going to laugh at me, thinking, who is this dude? Stop talking to me. Who do you think you are? But again, just to overcome that fear was huge for me. It was massive, because here I am. Yeah, it wasn't a COVID cough, I promise you. It was a chili. It was a chili seed stuck in my tooth. But yeah, it was that fear of, what will people think of me? Will they ridicule me? Will they laugh at me? Will they just, will anyone even be there? Will I just talk into a camera and no one will actually be there? It was that fear. And will I, even if people are watching, will I be able to help anyone? Or will I just be wasting mine and their time? But getting over that fear, and it was all that anticipation. So I put it off. I put this off. I could have been doing this months ago. But just kept putting it off. There's that bloody seed again. Yeah, putting it off. But, look how well this has worked out for everyone. Not just for me, but for everybody. It's I've had people ring me and during the week and say, Ryan, that was, I can't wait for next Friday, and you've really helped me deal with this, and thank you so much. And and that I wouldn't have been able to help any of you or have any of that good feedback if I didn't overcome that fear of, just what do you got to lose? I keep telling you guys, what do you got to lose by trying these things? Nothing. You've got nothing to lose, because you're already stuck in here and all the bad thoughts anyway. So if you try something and it doesn't work, well, at least you tried. You know what I mean? So perfect. I'll say it again, Jace. Anticipation of fear is often worse than the fear itself. That is 100% true. So that's why we need to work through our fears and our anxieties and get them out. If we just keep them inside, yes, Anne-Marie, the first step is always the hardest. Definitely. It's always the hardest. But once we take that first step, oh, look, the second step's coming, then the third, and by the time we know it, we're running, we're off. So, it's just being able to give yourself that courage to take that leap. Give it a crack. You've got nothing to lose. Give it a go. So thank you very much for those comments, Jason. That was awesome. And thank you for everyone else who's commented so far tonight. Keep them coming in, guys, if you want to, because I am running out of things to say. But, me, I'll keep talking. I'll keep blabbering on. So if there's something in particular that you would like to talk about, or if you'd like to share any of your own experiences, things just like that, something that's held you back because of the fear or, anything. What's this one? Hang on. Georgia's written through. I think that what you're doing is great. Even if you help one person, that is better than nothing, Ryan. What a great platform. Well, thank you, Jenny. I really appreciate that. And again, it was overcoming that fear that got me to this point. So yeah, I mean, and as I've said, I would love to see other people doing things like this too. You're bumping the table again, man. I love you.
No, I'm shaking.
Well, then move away from the table if you shake it. Come on camera. Seriously,
No.
if you want her on camera, I want everyone to type Amelia get on camera.
You can't force me on the camera.
Oh, hang on. Here's the other buffhead I've got. Come
You
here,
can't
buffhead.
force me. Hello.
Here's the buffhead. Say hi, Khan. Hello. Say hello.
Hi, Khan. Hi, Georgia. Sorry, I can't say that probably. What does it say?
So this is Caleb. Took me 2 hours to call my old work. There you go. And putting down the phone and walking away. Did you do it? And what happened? Did anything bad happen? No. You did it. Good girl. Well done going through your fears. Oh, look. Well done, Anne-Marie. Because, that's it. Again, it was that monkey telling you, don't do this, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
Birthday buddy.
But what I try and, another thing is your gut instinct. That gut instinct that you get, that first thought, that first thought that you get that tells you yes or no, the first instinct that you get in your gut is normally 9 times out of 10 it's right, 10 times out of 10 it's right, and you've got to go with it. But it's that, it's something that we don't want to do, and the first thought is yes, but then we think about it, and then
Bye, Tim.
oh nope, oh. But anyway, I'm trying to give you the confidence here. All right, so you just got to keep going with it, okay, and push through those negative thoughts. You know what I mean? So just you're bumping the table, man. So come on there. Can you just type on? You want Amelia to come on camera, please?
No.
Please just type on
No.
Amelia. You're kicking the table. You're making it worse. Caleb, you want to say anything? You want to talk?
Thank God he hasn't got your hair.
Oh, you want to see Caleb's new haircut? Michelle gave him this. It's a INSO. Is that what I call it? ISO haircut.
Look.
It's pretty cool.
And Marie said, thank God he hasn't had
Yeah.
No.
Thanks, Anne.
No. I'll show my face.
Thanks,
My face is beautiful.
Stop kicking the table. So yeah. Paranoia. Okay, let's talk about paranoia. Can you go and shut the door for me, buddy? Yeah, you come back. Yeah, you can come back. Paranoia. All right. Well, again, Pete. That's
Oh, get out of my chair.
Are you going to come on camera, mate? Well, then let him sit there, and you can sit. Go and grab another chair maybe and sit over there, because if he wants to be on camera, Caleb.
Then he can sit.
Caleb's not shy. Caleb's not shy.
Yeah, his confidence. I don't.
You've got confidence too. Just come on. Anyway, sorry, Pete. Sorry, mate. Trying to sort out the kids. Look, everyone's telling you to come on.
Nah,
Right?
nothing.
Paranoia. Another thing that I dealt with pretty badly in my time. Again, it's just that monkey, mate. It's that monkey. I don't know if I don't think you've been on before, Pete. I've been talking about what's called monkey brain. We've all got a monkey in our brain that controls our thoughts and our fears and our anxieties and everything, and it's it's that voice in our head that sort of tells us we're no good, and we shouldn't, you can't do that, and this is as good as life's going to get for you, and this is as good as it's going to get, and all those sorts of things. But again, it's just being able to control that. And paranoia is a massive thing, and it's always, again, I'll refer it back to before I started these videos. That was that paranoia that I suffered from was, what if no one watches this? What if I do this and everyone laughs at me? That's the paranoia, and it was, just that self-doubt, that constant self-doubt and not believing in myself, and that's where paranoia starts, is that, and it builds and it festers from those thoughts of those lack of positive thoughts in our brain, and it all comes from that sort of, hang on, Damien's written here, because we are afraid of what other people are going to think. Yeah, well, that's right. We give other people too much power over our own thoughts, and sometimes we miss out on some beautiful things in life, because of our paranoias and our fears, what if they don't like it, and what if they don't like me, and what if they do this, and what if they do that? And look, that's a massive thing to get over, mate. You know what I mean? It's not easy, you know. And I still deal with it. You know what I mean? Because as I said, I should have been doing this months ago. But it's only taken me the last few weeks to sort of get the courage up to ignore those voices and ignore that monkey telling me that I was no good and you won't achieve anything and people will just laugh at you. And if anyone watches at all, people will laugh at you. So yeah, it's you told the monkey to bugger off years ago. Best thing you ever did. Awesome, man. Good one. And another thing I've been telling everyone too is give that monkey a name. You know what I mean? If you give it a name, that way you can communicate with it a bit better. Well, I've found anyway through my meditation. Again, I'll talk about meditation later. Who does that remind us? Yeah, we won't go there, Pete. But yeah, it is, mate. It's the self-doubt, and So give that monkey a name. That way, because before you do give it a name, you just hear the voice in your head and you don't know where it's coming from, you know. But now I'm hoping that the last few weeks with these videos, you do understand now who that voice is. It's that cheeky little monkey, right? Not this cheeky little monkey, but another cheeky monkey that lives. It's got permanent residence up here. Even when we can control it, he still lives here, right? But what we need to do, we've allowed the monkey to roam free. Okay, so what we sort of need to do is, and we can't cage him up, right? Caging him up will only send him more wild when he does eventually get out, and they always find a way out. Okay, and then if we do cage him for as long as possible, and then something happens, we can slip up and bang, he's out, and he's even more rampant and more crazy than ever. Then it's even harder to control. So what we need to do is sort of build a relationship with the monkey. And I know this probably sounds Ryan, he's crazy talking about monkeys in his head, but it's true. You know, it's helped me. It's worked for me. Giving that monkey a name. Again, my monkey's name's Toby. Give him a funny name. Give him any kind of name you like, just so that you've got that, so that when you're talking to him, them, it, whatever, they. Sorry, Jay, I'm missing your text, mate. I'll get back to you in a sec, dude. Giving that monkey a name sort of brings him a bit more forward in your brain, so that you can. What noises are you making? Stop it, you buffet. So giving that monkey a name sort of normalizes him a bit more, if that makes any sense. Not normalizes him, but makes him more accessible to talk to and to be able to calm down, because we can control it. We can control that monkey. We just need to learn how to talk to it properly. Okay, because he's just so anxious and he's where anxiety lives. You know, he's just bouncing around in our brain, making us overthink and everything. That's his job. In all fairness, that is his job, to overthink for us and make us all crazy and make us nuts. But as I say, it's his job. So until we can learn to just have a chat with him, have a quiet little chat with this monkey, and just sort of say, hey, listen, just calm down a bit, eh? Why all the noise? You know, I mean, that monkey ran riot in my brain for years. You know, more than half of my life, a lot more than half of my life. You know, but it's just being able to tap into him and just sort of, you know, even negotiate with him. Just say, you know, just how about, you know, you've had your turn. How about you give me another turn now? You know, and we have to learn to sort of convince them enough to just sort of peg it back a bit and sort of, you know what, I do deserve this. I do deserve good things. And yes, I do deserve to be able to go out and, you know, and not overthink things. You know, you don't control me. I control you. Okay, and once we you're acting like a cheeky little monkey right now. Once we learn to control that monkey, it's so much better. You know, he's a kitty, but he's hard work, mate. I tell you, he's hard work. You're getting tired, aren't you?
No, I just got to blow my nose.
You gotta go and blow your nose. All right, say goodbye.
No, I'll be back.
Are you be back? All right, sweet. So yeah, I hope that's answered your question, mate, about paranoia. It's all paranoia, anxiety, depression. They all live here. But we can control them somewhat, you know, just we can get control of them, okay, with with just some simple, as I've been talking about the last few weeks, meditation really, really helps control your anxiety and your fears, and it can quiet the monkey down, because the monkey doesn't like it when we are in control. So that when we're training that monkey to sort of calm down, it's like anything. We can train him. We can train him to just calm down a bit, but it's not something that can. If I have one conversation with him, telling him to quiet, please quiet down, dude, come on, give me a turn. Unless you do it every day and you're doing it a couple of times a day, he's just going to laugh at you and keep bouncing around and making it even worse for you. So we've got to just sort of find that middle balance with the monkey. And as I've said, self-doubt is a killer, mate. It is, and it takes away our hopes and our dreams. You know what I mean? And it really takes away what our purpose is in life, and what we can really achieve, because of that self-doubt, and we miss out on certain things, and again, I'll put it back to this, if I had succumbed to all my fears about doing these videos, I wouldn't be doing it. We wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have all you guys, talking to me every Friday night, joining me every Friday night. It's a choice that you guys make. You don't have to do it. You don't have to join me every week, but you do. You're making a choice, and you're making a choice for yourself, because you want to, you want to listen to me for one, you want to help yourself. That's why I hope that most of you are on here, because clearly you can't be on here just to see this ugly mug with a bald head. Obviously, I'm giving you guys some sort of knowledge, and some sort of help in a way. So yeah, just sort of, learn to. You look forward to it. I know you've told me many times. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? I really do appreciate it. And it's comments like that, Marianne, that make me keep coming back and having another crack every week. You know what I mean? So you guys have given me the confidence to keep going with this. You know what I mean? This was only, in my head, I honestly thought I'd just do it once and that was it. But the fact that the amount of comments and the amount of messages that I get during the week and all that sort of stuff, you guys are keeping me going, you know what I mean? So I appreciate that, and thank you so much. And I really do hope that you are all out there, gaining something, even if it's not if it's no knowledge, if it's a laugh, if you're laughing at me because I'm making you laugh, that's awesome. But I really hope that you're getting something out of this. So yeah, Pete, I hope that answers your question, dude. And thank you very much for joining us tonight, mate. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Let's go back to the chats here, because I have missed. I'm trying to keep up at the same time going with everything. What do we got? Georgia. It's just terrible that we have so much negativity. It is, and there is, Jen. There's so much negativity in the world. You know what I mean? And as I was saying at the start of the video, I really hope we need to get an attitude for gratitude. We really need to appreciate what we've got in life instead of taking everything for granted. And that's where all the negativity comes from, is that just not taking everything for granted. I've got this, I've got that, and so what? Who cares? That person's got that, and that person's got that. It doesn't matter what everyone else has got. Life's not a competition. You know what I mean? And I think we've all made that happen. We've turned life into a competition. We're all looking at each other and what each other has got, and and we all look at social media and I'll look at this photo of them smiling and they've got this and they've got that. Social media, apart from what I'm doing here, please don't tune in. Apart from what I'm doing, like, social media is a devil, I really think, because it's you take a snapshot in time, especially for photos and stuff like that. Someone will take a snapshot in time for that particular moment, right? Of their showing their happiness, showing how, that minute in time that they're really happy and, and everything's going well for them. But once that photo's taken, we don't know what life's like for them after that. We only see that picture, and then someone else will go on who's not feeling so great about themselves will go on and see that picture and, oh, look, they're so happy and they've got this awesome car, they've got this awesome house, or they've got this and they've got that, and we compare our lives to that. I think we've got to stop doing that. And just be grateful for what we have. Don't worry about the things we don't have, because again, that's something that you can't control. just appreciate and love the things you do have, the people that you do have in your life, and the family that you have. Because we are all blessed. We really are. I mean, look at this one. As much as he frustrates me sometimes, I love the hell out of him. And God sent him to me for a reason, and for me to be his dad. And for me to guide him through life, and which I'm trying to. He fights me on it a lot, but again, that's his job. It's his job to fight me, and it's my job to find that common ground for him, to lead him to become a man, you know what I mean, and to put him on the straight and narrow. So, appreciate what you've got in life, guys, because it can be taken away like that.
I think everyone said it.
What else we got? Mama says, I love you, Caleb. And Marie says, such a cutie kid. Yeah, he's all right. Let's go. So I've read that one. Self-doubt can come from things that are too hard for us to do. It's being able to break things down to be able to do them and focus on I need my glasses. The steps to achieve the goal. If more people could learn to take those steps, they would find they doubt themselves less. Yes. Again, that's what I'm talking about. Take that, stop listening to that monkey, because his job is to put us down and to fill us with self-doubt. But then it's our job to stand up against that and say, no, if you want something in life, you're all entitled to it. We are all entitled to it, and we all deserve it. But we've just got to work through those things. We've really got to work through those tough times and believe in our heart and in our mind that we do deserve good stuff. And you got to work towards it. You know what I mean? It's not easy, especially if you already deal with mental illness. First thing is to just give up. Nah, this is as good as it's going to get for me. I can't. Nah, forget it. No, there's no point even trying, because the more, again, I'm talking about myself here. Back in the day, it was the harder. I felt like the harder I tried, the deeper in the hole I was going. But it was because I was doing it to myself. It was all negative thoughts. There was nothing positive. I wasn't thinking anything positive. I was just thinking, what's the point? If I just try, I'm just gonna put myself into a deeper hole. So what's the point? Again, digging that hole for myself. Self-pity. Self-pity is a killer. Okay, don't pity yourself. Okay, there's no point in that. There's no point in sitting there dwelling on the bad things in life, because, like I said, like Rocky said in Rocky 6, life is tough and life will punch hard and it will beat you down and it will keep you there if you let it. Okay, and it's simple as that. Life does hit hard, like things that are going on now, and if you let it, it will keep you down and it will put its thumb on top of you and keep you there if you let it. Okay, but we need to stand up against that and say, no, I've had enough. I can't stand feeling like this. Hey, Ria, how you doing? I hope you're listening to this, miss. I really hope you're listening to this, okay? Listen to my words, all right? Because life is tough, okay, and it will beat you down. And yes, it's hard being a teenager. It's hard being an adult. It's hard being a kid if you let it. You know what I mean? You've just got to somehow just try and find the good in life, because there's so much good. Here comes another good thing in life. My daughter, come and get over here. Again, just look at nature. Look at what's been happening since we've all been inside. We're not polluting the world. The world's clearing up. Things are clearing up, and it's like Mother Nature's like, it can breathe again, you know what I mean? And it's showing us its beauty. We've just got to look for it. Beauty is there. We've just been so fixated on all our shit. Sorry, kids. But we've been fixated on, we're so self-absorbed with every bad thing that's going on with us that we haven't, we don't actually take time to smell the roses or look up at the sky. How good have the sunset's been lately? And things like that, and the sky is so clear, and it's just, things are changing, and we really need to keep it going when we go back, when we're allowed out of our cages, and we're allowed back out into society, we really need to really appreciate this world that we live in, because it's beautiful, and and appreciate ourselves, I think, and our friends and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. So what's next? You haven't seen the last of me before. Awesome. I hope I haven't, Pete. Keep coming back, mate. Every Friday night I'll be here. Bring your drink, bring the conversation, and I'll be here waiting for you, mate. Every week. 100% agree. We need to plan out our problems and break them down into steps and have a plan of attack. Damien, you need to start your own videos, dude. You're just, dude, seriously, you need to start doing this as well, because, Damien Collar is just, some of the things you're saying, dude, are just beautiful. And that's it. You need to plan things out. Actually take the time to plan your life out a bit. Instead of letting life just chuck things on top of you and bury you, take the time to just, whoa, hang on. And that's another thing. Don't try and deal with all your problems at once, because that's when we get frustrated. Now you're bumping the table. Stop leaning on the table. Stop trying to fix all your problems at once, because we're not designed to do that. You've got to work. Like when we were born, we couldn't walk. We had to crawl before we could walk. Okay, so you've got to take baby steps. One problem, and Anne-Marie said it about an hour or so ago, one step at a time. So sort one problem out, deal with that, move that to the side. The next one, deal with that, move that to the side. And eventually, if we remove enough bricks, all of a sudden, there's nothing on top of us anymore. There's no weight pulling us down. Because if we just deal with one problem at a time, that's how we get through things. And again, together, by reaching out. If you get to a problem and it's too hard, don't just give up and, forget it, don't worry about it, because then all the other bricks will end up falling back on top of you. If you get to a brick that's hard, reach out. Ask someone. Someone someone might have the answer for you, or they might have the formula to help you deal with that. And that's what we need to do. Okay, so we need to just one brick at a time, and we'll get through this, guys. Trust me, we'll get through it. Oh, thank you, Mummy. Thank you, Mother. I'm blessed to have a wonderful son. I'm blessed to have a wonderful mother. So thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for you and my father for giving birth to me. You gave birth to me, but he had something to do with it. So so thank you. Be proud of the little achievements. Yes, Damo. Perfect. You might not think much of, something went good for me today. So what? But all these other bad things have happened. So what? You need to hold on to any achievements, any wins, any ticks in life. Hold on to them. Okay. Appreciate them. Build yourself up on them. Okay. You two. What are you two talking about?
Don't worry.
So yeah, you two are distracting me now, you buffheads. No, that's it here. But just if you want to talk. If you do want to say something, sure.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You sure? Okay.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. So yeah, hold on to the little achievements. Okay. Here's a little achievement that I worked with this buffhead. He has stop kicking the table. He has a tendency to. All of you guys that have got kids out there that are at this age, Fortnite. Fortnite is the bane of my existence. Okay. Now we've had many a war in this house over that game, and not only just the game, but the amount of time that they're on Fortnite, the amount of time that they're wasting on Fortnite. When there's so many, we can't go out front and can't go out and do things right now, but there's still the backyard, there's still things that we can do, around the house to help out our parents and things like that. And this one was just choosing to just sit around all the time and play Fortnite. And, we've had many talks over the last few weeks about it, and we've sort of come to an agreement now that we've given a time limit of how many hours a day he can play. And that's made a huge difference, I feel. I'm actually getting to spend time with him, and there were days where I don't get to see him because he's just playing a game and with the headset on and talking, I'd be over there trying to get his attention and he's just not listening because he's got the thing on. But those little, like Damien was saying, those little achievements, that compromise that we can get of, how about we have a time limit, or we have certain times of the day you can play, and then once they're up, then you're off. And that was a huge win for me, and I'll take that and I'll run away with it, because it was very hard for me to get any sort of time. So any kind of achievement out of him, but I got it. Finally, it took a while, but I got it. So yeah, take those little achievements, Damo, like you said, and run with them, because they all count. If we add up all those little achievements, they will eventually pay off, and they'll give us our confidence back. Okay, so you've got to pay attention to those, even though you might not think much of them. Just put them in the bank. Bank them up. Let the interest accumulate on them, all right, and it'll pay off. I think I've basically caught up. You're doing a wonderful job. Both Millie and Birthday Buddy are great kids. Oh, thanks, Anne-Marie. And we're trying. Michelle and I are trying. And that's all we can do as parents is just try. So, Jason. Oh, hey, Ria. I've already said, hey, Ria. Hope you're doing well, sweetie. Hope you're going good. I hope you're dealing with isolation well. It's not easy for everyone, okay? So just hang in there, sweetheart, all right? Just hang in there, okay? Good times are coming. But you got to work at them, remember? We've had this conversation. Things aren't just given to us on a platter. You got to work for them, okay? And you got to put in the effort and deserve things, okay? Put in the effort, it'll pay off. I promise you.
Bye-bye, I'm going to go now.
All right, so Caleb's going. Say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Jason, I believe we need to choose when to listen to our monkey because it isn't always wrong. Yeah, look, sometimes, again, once we learn to come to a mutual agreement with the monkey, yeah, we can get him working for us. There are times we can get him to work for us and be on our side. But it's, most of the time they are quite negative. But again, listen to the gut. The gut never lies. The gut never lies. All right, so we've got to learn to listen to our gut feeling a bit more. You turn it down a bit. So listen to our gut feeling, because 9 times out of 10 our gut feeling's right. Okay, so listen to it. But yeah, the monkey, if we can just learn to control that monkey and get a mutual agreement with that monkey of, all right, you've had your turn, now it's my turn. How about you just simmer down a bit? You can get that equilibrium happening, you know what I mean? And it's not always him, you know what I mean, always taking over. So we just need to find that even ground for both of us. So, well, it looks like the comments are starting to slow down a touch. So if anyone else wants to have more of a chat, or are we happy just to wrap it up there? Sort of covered a bit tonight. Keep trying your meditation, guys. If you haven't tried your meditation yet, give it a go. As I said, there's so many YouTube videos of the guided meditations and things like that we can try. Because that meditation, as I've said the last few weeks, meditation has really helped me deal with my anxieties and my fears. So I really encourage you to try meditation. It may be hard first couple of times, but please don't give up on it. Keep trying it. Anything good is worth trying. Okay, and it's hard. Anything that's easy. Sometimes you got to think, oh, that was a bit too easy. Is that going to benefit me in any way? So just keep going. Good night, Mum. Sorry, I'm starting to ramble on now. So love you. Have a good night. Hope I'll speak to you over the weekend, and we'll talk on Sunday. Love you. So yeah, meditation. Give it a crack, guys. As I said, there's so many videos on YouTube of how to achieve meditation and things like that. So yeah, go for it. You know what I mean? Keep trying. All right. Well, yes, the chats have seemed to dried up a bit now. Maybe I am going on a bit too much. If I'm going on too much, someone say it. Someone say, yeah, Ryan, I think you've gone a bit too far. Not too far, but I think it's time to wrap this up because I don't want to rabble on, you know what I mean? And I don't want to. Thank you, Jason. Great talk. Catch up with you next week, mate. Thanks, buddy. Hang on, Damien. Hang on. Now everyone's starting to come through. Mindfulness, yeah, I'll get for that. Damien. Wardana? Is that how you say it, Damien? Warduna or Wardana do great meditation music. Even that's it. Yeah, even just like I'll every Friday night before I come on here, I meditate for at least half an hour just to try and get my thoughts and get what I want to say and just sort of get into my zone of being able to be calm and be focused to try and calm my thoughts and all that stuff. So I do it I try and do it at least twice a week, because I do get a bit lazy. I keep telling you guys you should do it every day, and you should, right? But and if you can do it every day, if you can set 10 minutes aside every day, awesome, power to you, do it. But if you can at least just try it once or twice a week, that's great. You know what I mean? Just to take yourself out of your own head, even if it's for 10 minutes. You know what I mean? That can be a relief. Just getting yourself out of your own head for 10 minutes, because God knows it gets noisy up there. So if you can just get yourself out of there, and that's sort of see you, Pete. I know, wonderful first night. Thanks. No worries, buddy. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you next week. Appreciate it. Ree's still there. Hey, Ree. Hope you're listening.
She's still on texting.
Try meditation. Try it. I know that no, I don't want to do that. Just do it. Just try it. It won't kill you. You got nothing else to do. You got nowhere else to be right now. We're all stuck in home. You may as well try it. Good night, Mum. Love you. Mindfulness. Yes, Jen. Mindfulness. Just being aware of our surroundings and being aware of everything that's going on around us. You know what I mean? And it's very important, mindfulness, and to be aware of. And to Damien's just put that on. Oh yeah, sweet man. Wardruna. Okay, Wardruna. I hope I'm saying that right. Wardruna. I'll spell it out for anyone who wants to look them up. It's got great meditation music. Wardruna. Wardruna. Something like that. But yeah, give that a look, guys. Check that out for some nice meditation music. And I'm just thinking, is that guided meditation, Damo? Yeah, it's hard for you to. Oh, you got it written down there. Yeah, is that guided meditation or is that just the music? Let me know on the chats here, dude. Yeah, so getting back to mindfulness. Yeah, it's about that. And again, mindfulness can come from appreciation. From being, grateful for everything that's going on in your life. You know what I mean? And just being aware of, of what's happening around you, and not overthinking things at the time, and just sort of, I know it's hard sometimes overthinking, but just being present in the moment. I think that's another thing that we all need to practice, is just stop thinking too far ahead. I need to do this tomorrow, I've got to do that this afternoon, or I've got to do this and I've got to do that. That's when all the noise goes on. We just need to try and start just living in the moment, and not thinking too far ahead, and just, appreciating what we're doing right then and there, who's around us right then and there, and, being thankful for what's going on right then and there, not worrying about what happened yesterday or 2 years ago or whatever, and not what's going to happen, or what's this going to bring, or what's that going to bring. Just to be sort of in the moment right then and there is what mindfulness, the way I think of mindfulness, and just being aware of things, and that attitude for gratitude. You know what I mean? Jay Hall has sent me so many things. He's talking about monkey mind. He said hi to Caleb, and he ha, and gotcha. Sweet, man. Sorry, dude. Sorry for so long getting there for you, brother. But I hope you're still watching, Jay Hall. If you're watching, give us a message, Jay Hall, if you're still watching. Let me know you're there, dude. Let me know you're there watching. What's next? Jen again. if you can't bother with meditation, try mindfulness apps. There you go. I think I've got one right here, actually. Yes. Smiling Mind is an app. It's a free app from the Google Store. I'll just read the little blurb here it's got. Smiling Mind is a meditation app for young people. It has been developed by a team of psychologists and uses mindfulness to boost calmness, contentment, and clarity. Mindfulness meditation has been shown to help manage stress, resilience, anxiety, depression, improve general health and well-being. So there you go. Jay Hall is there. Of course I'm here. Oh, love you, Bruce. So yeah, that's my Smiling Mind. So get onto your app store, type in Smiling Mind, download that. It's awesome. Here's another one. Is this another one? Let's try this one. It's called Wellmind. So get onto your Google Store or Google Play. It's free. Another one. These are all free too, by the way. So I'm not gonna, give you ones that you got to pay money for. Who wants to do that? Give me the free stuff, mate. Yeah. So Wellmind. The blurb is Wellmind is designed to help you with stress, anxiety, and depression. The app includes advice, tips, and tools to improve your mental health and boost your well-being. Yeah, I might download that myself. So there you go. Wellmind is another one. What's another one here we got? Reach Out, Breathe is one here. Reach Out, Breathe helps you reduce your physical symptoms of stress and anxiety by slowing down your breathing and your heart rate with your iPhone. And again, that's what Damien's just written here that my Headspace has an app. There you go. Get on to Headspace. Pretty sure they'll have a lot of sort of things like this in their apps as well. But yeah, see the thing around all of this meditation and the mindfulness and all that stuff is, and it all comes back to our breathing, like I was talking about last week. It's our breathing. We need to control our breath. You know what it's like. I don't know if any of you have had an anxiety attack before. I've had plenty of them. An anxiety attack is, that over breathing, and it's what we can't control our breath, and that's what raises our blood pressure and our heart rate and all that sort of stuff. If we can learn to just control our breathing, get our breathing to a nice and normal sort of rhythm, that's when we're in total control. Okay, and that's what helps take away our anxieties and our depression and things like that. So again, any of these apps are gonna help you with that. Here's another one. I think this one's affiliated with the Reach Out, Breathe. This one's called Reach Out, Worry Time. Reach Out, Worry Time interrupts repetitive thinking by setting aside your worries until later. So this is a good one. Might download this one too. So you don't get caught up. So you don't get caught up in them and get on with your. So you can hang on. Just have a drink first thing. Reach Out, Worry Time interrupts repetitive thinking by setting aside your worries until later. So you don't get caught up in them and you can get on with your day. This means you can deal with your worries once a day rather than carrying them around for 24/7. That's a good one. So that one's called Reach Out, Worry Time. Reach Out, one word, Worry Time. Again, that's free from the App Store. We've got two more. Bear with me. Two more. This one's called Clear Fear. 2 words. Clear Fear. The fear of threat or anxiety is like a strong gust of wind. It drags you in and makes you want to fight it or run away. Instead, face your fear with the clear fear. Oh my God, these words, mate. Seriously, I need my glasses. I need my glasses. So again, instead, face your fear with clear fear. Yeah, okay. Anyway, download it. It's good. All right, it'll help you. It'll help you. As well as changing thoughts and behaviors and releasing emotions. There you go. So get that one. Again, that's free. Last one, I promise you. Calm Harm. What is it with these names? Calm Harm. Calm Harm provides tasks that can help you resist or manage the urge to self-harm. Now, this is a good one for anyone who, is going through a bit of self-harm. And that self-harm takes on many different sort of things, many different ways that people can self-harm, over drinking, all those sorts of things. Unfortunately, there's things like people hurting themselves, you know what I mean, and like cutting themselves and all that sort of stuff. So, Calm Harm provides tasks that can help you resist or manage the urge to self-harm. You can add your own tasks too, and it's completely private and password protected. So there you go, and that's from the App Store, and it's free. Oh my God, there's more stuff on the back here. Oh, it's about reachout.com. Our mission is to deliver anyway, I can't read that anymore. My eyes are gone. Black Dog Institute, give them a call. They're really good for dealing with mental health and depression and bipolar disorder, which is something I know about. Post-traumatic stress syndrome, anxiety, workplace mental health, adolescence and young people, suicide prevention. Oh, this one sounds right. E-mental health and positive psychological and well-being. The website for that is www.blackdoginstitute.org.au. That seems like a good one to try if you're dealing with any of that sort of stuff, which if you're on here, you probably do, and that's cool. We're all here to help, and this is why I print these things out, and I'll try and do a bit of research for you guys to not only help me deal with my stuff, but again, help you. So, all right, let's get back. Damien, it's just music. Oh, okay, so that Wardana is just music. But that's cool because sometimes that's all you need. But like for the first few times of meditation, it helped me to have that guided meditation, that voice sort of telling you, to take a breath in now and to release your breath. And okay, now we're going to do this and we're going to do that. Just for the first couple of times, just to get your rhythm with it, and to help you. Again, it's why it's called guided meditation, because it guides you through. It lets you know what you got to do, when you got to do it, and blah, blah, blah. And once you've had enough practice of that, you can do it on your own. And that's when you only just need the music, like Wardruna. I hope I'm saying that right. Anyway, so yeah, sometimes you just need the music, but I do stress that it's probably best for the first couple of times to just give it a crack with the guided meditation. Insight Timer helped my wife with anxiety. There you go. Is that an app, Damo? Insight Timer? Let me know, Jen. And when the apps don't work, when the apps don't, yes, that's right. When all those apps that I've given you, if they don't work, reach out to someone. I mean, some people do struggle to reach out, and they no, I want to just try and do this on my own. I don't want to burden people, and that's your call. I mean, I was one of those people to start with. I didn't want to burden anyone with my problems, but I realised I was burdening them by not letting them help me. So if you are one of those people that just want to try and do it on your own, and you do fall, and look, it's okay to fall. It's all right. Don't think that I'm a failure. I can't do this. Just again, like I've been saying the last 3 weeks, reach out. Put your hand out, put your hand up. I need help. But no one's going to laugh at you, okay? And no one's going to think anything less of you. They're actually going to think, wow, how strong is that person to actually say that? Because they could have just sat there and struggled for so long without asking for help. But no, they put their hand up and they asked for help. That's strength. That's what real strength is. To be able to say, I'm struggling, I need help. When you ask other people for help, that is, in my books, that's a massive sign of strength. Yes, it is, Damo. All right, so that Insight Timer is an app. Okay, so Insight Timer. Check that out too on your devices and the App Store. That's the one. Jen, in 5 minutes, you were able to list more apps than my friends' doctors to help me. I think our GPs are not. Yeah, well, look, that is, unfortunately, I don't want to, our mental health and our health industry at the moment is probably not where it should be in the way of helping people, like in the medical side of things. These like Black Dog Institute and Beyond Blue and Gotcha for Life and all these new institutes that are coming out there, they've got people with lived experience in them. So they're the ones that really truly help. Unfortunately, the GPs, and the medical institutions in I don't like that word institution. The medical in the medical field, there's not a lot of people with lived experience there, and I think that's a huge part of what helps other people. I know myself when I was going to see counsellors and stuff, none of them really got me, because I did eventually find one who got me, and I found out that they had lived experience, and that's the difference, because you can sort of tell when you're just a number to people, when you're just another client, and they just want you in and want you out. So if you can find, and they are rare unfortunately, but I have to tell you, like I've been telling you, I'm going to TAFE at the moment, and a lot of my classmates, a lot of us have lived experience with this, and so we're going to be in the industry within the next 12 months, and not just my class, but there are so many other people in it. Jen, you're one. You're doing, you're doing mental health, which I just found out today, and that's awesome. So proud of you. Keep it going. We'll be there together. People like me and you, and we've dealt with this stuff. You know what I mean? We've lived it, and that's why when we get into the industry, there's a lot of people in the industry right now, and I don't want to bag anyone out. I really don't. But, there's a lot of people in the industry that have been there for such a long time that they've sort of lost the empathy. They've lost a bit of empathy. Because they've dealt with it for so long, they've just lost that connection with people. We're just like a number, or you're just the next in line to hurry up and, get out the door. But I can assure you all that there's a new influx of people coming, all right, and they're all doing their certificate 4s and their diplomas and their degrees. I've met a lot of them at my TAFE. There are so many good people, and there's good people, and there are good people in the industry now. Okay, there are a lot of good people in the industry now. There's just a few others that have been there for such a long time that they've sort of, to me, this is just me, that have sort of lost the passion for it, lost the drive to actually want to help people, which is very sad. And I feel as though if you are one of those people in the industry that have been there for 15, 20 years, and you've lost that passion to help people, do everyone a favour and resign, because you do more damage than good doing that to someone. If you're not there, if you're not putting them ahead of your own needs, do us a favour and just maybe move on and try something different, because you just do a lot more damage than good. And GPs, look, unfortunately, GPs, they're just not trained in mental health, because up until mental health it's not a new thing, but the focus on it is massive at the moment. In the last few years, it's so much bigger now than what it was, say, 20 years ago. 20 years ago, you talked about mental health, you were just branded crazy, put into a box, drugged up, moved over to the corner, and that's how we dealt with them. We just fed you drugs and put you over the corner, which is, we've learned a lot more now. And there's people like me, Anne Marie, she's one too. She's doing these TAFE courses as well, and all my friends that are doing TAFE on here. You guys, we need to keep this going. You know what I mean? We need to keep going. I know it's tough. They're making it very tough with these assessments for us now, but I feel as though the reason they're making it tough is because it was probably too easy back in the day. And that's why there is some of the wrong people have slipped through the cracks. So I think they're making it a bit tougher now, so they weed out those people that really aren't in it for the long haul and in it for the right reasons. And there's, I don't want to talk myself up, but I'm one of those people that are in it for the long haul. You know what I mean? I'm in it for the right reasons because I've been there, I know what it's like to go and see a mental health professional and to just get totally let down. But as I say, there are a lot of good ones out there, and I know a lot of good ones out there. But unfortunately, there are a few ones out there that maybe it's time for them to just. You've done a great job up until now. We applaud you, thank you. But I think it might be time for some of them to just sort of step aside and let us new ones that have got lived experience come through now and take over. Because I do feel as though sometimes that the mental health industry does need a bit of a shake-up, and it has. In the last few years, it has had a shake-up. Believe me, it has. We just need to keep shaking that tree and losing the people that don't really want to be there and replace them with people that want to be there and actually want to help. So people are on the way. The right people are on the way. But again, I don't want to, I'm not saying everyone in the industry is bad right now, because there are so many great people. It's just a few bad eggs, you know what I mean? So anyway, that was a huge rant. Sorry. I hope I haven't offended anyone by saying that or turned anybody off seeking help, because please don't. Because as I said, yeah, look, you might find a bad egg. Move on. You don't have to stay with them. There are other people that you can try and seek out. There's not just one and that's it. Don't just go to one and go, they did nothing for me. I'm over it. Forget it. There are good people out there. Trust me. You just got to find them. That's all. Damien, guys, remember you can also have a meditation session while doing something you enjoy, like myself. I build models while listening to music. Yeah, exactly. And again, meditation isn't all about this, sitting here and all that sort of stuff. Meditation can be anything, can be like that. Sitting here right now, this could be a meditation session. You know what I mean? Sitting here, kicking back, listening to a bit of music in the background, looking at my ugly mug talking. This is a form of meditation. It's a form of calming and relaxation. Anything that calms you and relaxes you is a form of meditation. So don't think it's all that, sitting there with your legs crossed and blah, 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 sitting there like that. What's that? You're going to go? Oh, okay.
I'll be back.
Then do it. Oh, I'm going to finish in a minute.
Oh, okay. I'll just
So yeah, any kind of just relaxation is meditation, right? Kicking back, just sitting there on your bed with your headphones on, just losing yourself in the moment. That's a form of meditation. So it doesn't have to be that, sitting there and, with the whatever, because I don't do that. I don't do that but yeah, even just doing that, even like, as much as he's liked it before, listening to my music, Anne-Marie, that's a form of meditation, just sitting there, because it takes me back to a certain time. When you listen to a certain bit of music or you listen to your favourite band, it takes you back to that time when you first heard that song, and that's a form of meditation, because it's taking you out of the moment. It's taking you out of your anxieties and putting you in that moment right there and then, listening to that music, going, oh, I remember that. Yeah, that's so good. If it takes you back to a certain time, that's good. That makes you feel good. There's certain songs that make you cry, make you feel something emotional. That's a form of meditation as well. So, it was great music, was it? Well, I'm telling you, somehow, I want to try it again, but I reckon if I tried it again, it'd all just get off. But yeah, I'm telling you, my music's good. Shut up. So yeah, any type of meditation, any type of time that you're just sort of sitting there, kicking back, doing your own thing, making models like Damien does, or if it's, colouring in. Like I know that, there's adult colouring in books, guys. You know what I mean? That's I've got one. And it's a form. One of my best mates, Wayne, he's probably not watching tonight because he doesn't have Facebook. But yeah, he's some of the drawings that he does. He draws, he colours in, and it takes him away. It takes him out of his own head, and it just relaxes him. So anything like that. And if you've got anything else that you want to, any recommendations of things that you do, shoot them through. Let people see. So meditation can take on many forms, many forms. Whatever relaxes you is meditation for me. That's whatever takes you out of the moment, takes you out of your own head, whether it be 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. It's a good thing. So do it. Totally agree with that. Move along. Okay, sorry. I did ramble on a bit there, eh? Sorry about all that talk, but yeah, the tree does need shaking, and I'm trying. So, thank you for the chat. I'm off with Bubba. Yeah, see you, Jen. Thank you so much for contributing. Contributed so much tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate watching and everything like that. I think this is my wife telling me to wrap it up. Is it? It's been 2 hours. Well, it hasn't yet. It's been an hour and 50 minutes, and there's people still commenting. Remember, so. I like to crochet. There she goes. It's my wife. Yeah, she likes to crochet. That takes her out of her own head, and it really does, because I'll be sitting next to her on the couch and I'll be talking to her, and she's just not listening to me at all, because she's stitch 1, move 3, do this, move 2, blah blah blah, and she's in her own head, mate. She's full on concentrating. So whatever floats your boat. Bijou, hello, Bijou. How you doing, mate? Exercise. There you go. I like how you've waited an hour and 50 minutes to contribute, sweetheart. Awesome. That shows patience. See, this kid's got patience. Bijou's a fantastic goalkeeper that I've had the honour of being able to train for the last few years. She is one of the best young goalkeepers on the Central Coast. And yeah, she's got a bright future ahead of her, that kid. And it's been an honour to being able to coach you for the last few years, sweetheart. And I really hope that you kick on with your dreams. Sucks what's happened this year, that you finally got to achieve your rep dreams and making a rep team, and then bang, we can't play. So keep at it, bud. I hope you're still training. I hope you're still going. Keep at it. But yeah, Bijou says exercise is a good form of meditation as well, and it is. It's massive. Again, exercise helps with your release all the endorphins, and it releases your stress and releases all your anxieties and your fears and all that. So, all right, listen, guys, I think that's enough. I think I've talked your head off enough tonight. I do want you to come back next week, so I don't want to turn you off. So I think we'll end it there. Thank you so much for everyone who continues to join me every week. It really, you give me confidence in myself, and I really appreciate that. And the more confidence you give me, the more confidence I'm going to give back to you. So keep it coming. And I really appreciate that you've, in less than 24 hours, 80 people have liked my page and have followed my page. That's, I'm a bit humbled by that, to be honest. So yeah, and if I've made it public, so if you think that there's anyone out there that will like to watch these videos or will get anything out of them, please invite them to like the page. I've made it public so that everyone can do that. And what I'll do is every week I'll set up the event, and I'll set out an event for you guys to remind you to come back on. So yeah, again, just thank you so much for hanging in there, guys. And these times won't last. Anxiety can be dealt with. It can be worked on. You've got to put in the effort, and we're all here to help you. And I'll sign off again with what I usually do. So before I do that, thank you so much again. Hang in there, reach out. This weekend, I really hope you all have a great Easter. I know we're all stuck inside, but please have as great an Easter as you can. Reach out to your family members, give them a call, get on Facebook, get on Zoom or whatever, FaceTime, anything. Just reach out to people and stay connected, okay? So yeah, and just remember, it can't rain all the time. Ciao.